The girls start swearing, getting hysterical. Aryna Sabalenka and Emma Raducanu's ex-coach gets honest about tantrums thrown by young WTA players. The voice behind the whistle. He sits alone in the post-match interview room. Lights too bright, conversation stale. The ex-coach, once cornered by two of tennis's brightest talents, is asked the question everyone whispers, but never speaks outright. Did they ever throw tantrums? He glances away, then exhales. Yes, he begins slowly. There were moments when the girls started swearing, getting hysterical. Flashback, the locker room storm. Picture Emma Raducanu after losing a match she should have won. Unlikely to many, but to her, unavoidable. She storms into the locker room, racket thrown aside, voice shaking, tearful, angry, swearing under her breath. The coach attempts calm logic. We'll regroup tomorrow. She shoots back. You don't get it. In that moment, she wasn't just upset, she was volcanic. Contrast and contradiction. Then there's Sabalenka, the world number one known for explosive outbursts on court, as documented during Berlin's meltdown when she screamed at an umpire over halting play in do-so conditions. Wikipedia. +15. Golf News. +15. Tennis 365. +15. Her coaching team, including former partner Anton Dubrov and earlier Tursunov, speaks of getting used to the intensity. Sabalenka says she can't be a no-emotions player. Bottling it inside makes her too crazy inside. Reddit. +2. Tennis Infinity. +2. Wikipedia. +2. Yet her team also recognized the necessity of mental structure and professional support, even employing a psychologist to manage her fiery temperament. Packpassion.net. The ex-coach's reckoning. He watches replays in his mind. Raducanu's eyes watering mid-press conference. Breakpoint slipping away at Wimbledon. The weight of disabilities unseen. He shakes his head. She provoked us, with questions, ideas, frustration, he admits. Too stubborn, others said. Too demanding. But he remembers her intellect, inquisitive nature, qualities he prized in her, even if they led to frequent coaching changes. The Guardian. +9. First ball forehand. +9. Express. +9. He contrasts that with Sabalenka's emotional brilliance, raw, untethered power, a force of nature on court, but off it cooler. The tantrums serve a purpose. They release, they motivate, they cut tension. She never hid the fact that her highs were highs, her lows self-inflicted. In truth, he says, the tantrums were less about rage and more about control. A way to stay in control of the chaos. Inside the tornado. From his vantage, the tantrum wasn't just anger, it was signal. It meant there was too much inside, an intensity unmet by structure, a drive not matched by preparation, a fear she would never rise and nail it. For Emma, tantrums were scars of insecurity. For Sabalenka, they were reminders of her raw power still needing direction. He recalls open apology letters, press conferences, "That's not who I am" statements. Each firestorm ended with reflection, statements of growth. Sabalenka wrote to opponents, apologized, then declared, "I'll do better." Golf News. He remembers stories of coaches doubting Aryna's intelligence, calling her stupid, saying she'd never make it. Sabalenka's response? She laughed. "We'll see." Then won Grand Slams. Reuters. The lesson in the madness. The ex-coach leans forward. Tantrums are not signs of weakness. Sometimes they're the break, a reset valve, a signal of care. The challenge is harnessing them, not suppressing them. If a player swears through frustration, hysterical tears follow a bad serve. He learned to see beyond that moment. He learned to listen to what it meant. Unsafe expectations, emotional imbalance, creative energy misaligned. The aftermath. He stands away from tennis now, free of the daily chaos. Yet when he watches Sabalenka roar, he senses something familiar, a hurricane with purpose. When he sees Raducanu stare into space after loss, he hears something unspoken. Where next? Who will guide me? He concludes. Talented girls, young WTA players, they are not too emotional. They're not out of control. They are human, complex, brilliant, hysterical sometimes. If the sport demands mentally tough athletes, It must learn from the storms they bring. In closing, the ex-coach's honesty is unusual. Many would sanitize these stories, but he doesn't. He shows us that behind tantrums lie vulnerability, ambition, confusion, and sometimes greatness. Because when the girl starts swearing, getting hysterical, it's not just chaos. It's cry for clarity. And in that chaos, if handled carefully, you find greatness. Key takeaways. Tantrums aren't failures, they're signals. Sabalenka's emotional intensity is both her missile and her mortar. She never hit it. Tennis 365. +1. Reddit. +1. Raducanu's frustration came from internal pressure and intellectual rigor, not bratty behavior.